You can't write this kind of script. This just happens. It happens. It happened last night, and it just electrified this crowd. This breaking ball, it's in flight. It's going to be gone. Check out the man who hit it coming around first base as they come over the railing. And there he is, Drew Sutton, the man of the hour, and what a greeting. What a welcome. Welcome to the Buccos, Drew. What a special, special night, a special win.
And of course, he had a Gatorade shower by Casey McGee, and then later A.J. Burnett with the shaving cream pie.
Yeah, you know, they should have reversed it. You know, give them the pie and then let them wash it off with a Gatorade. They'll get it right.
Oh, yeah. Give them some time. Pirates and the Stros ready to play ball as the Pirates look to make it 3 in a row over the Stros. The first place Pittsburgh Pirates. The magical season continues from PNC Park on the 4th of July.
Currently deployed to Southwest Asia with several members from our unit. On behalf of the 171st Area Fueling Wing, let's go Buccos!
4th of July baseball from Pittsburgh and PNC Park, celebrating our nation's birthday and independence and celebrating the red-hot Pittsburgh Pirates as they take on the Houston Astros. The Pirates tied atop the National League Central Division with the Cincinnati Reds. And Drew Sutton, one of the heroes last night, his first career walk-off home run after a lot of years in the minor leagues. Drew Sutton experienced something he had never experienced before. Quite a welcome after just over a week wearing a Pirates uniform, delivering the walk-off in the bottom of the 9th inning to provide the Pirates with the 8-7 come-from-behind win over the Houston Astros. And there you see a look at the division standings.
Nothing better. Nothing better than that look right there. The Pittsburgh Pirates on the top of the heap, or at least tied. They're not alone, but they're at the top of the heap.
Andrew McCutchen, the Major League's leading hitter, .360 batting average, 3 for 4 with a home run last night. Check out the lineup against Kevin Correa. Brad Mills' club has lost 6 in a row. They're 9-30 on the road. Jordan Schaefer, Jose Altuve, and Jed Lowry. Carlos Lee, the cleanup hitter, his career .357 average against Correa. Scott Moore at third base. Jason Castro delivered a pinch hit single in the top of the 9th inning last night to tie the game. J.D. Martinez, Brian Bogusevic, and Dallas Keuchel on the hill.
And they'll be working against Kevin Correa. His information brought to you by the Western PA Chevy dealers. Making his 16th start. It's been better for Kevin recently. He had that bad spell right at the end of April and a good bit of May where he lost 5 in a row, but he's picked it up. He's won 3 of his last 4 decisions, including getting a lot of offensive support last time out against the Cardinals when the Bucs scored 14 runs for him. Not much exposure to the Houston Astros. Correa is 0-1 5 starts.
Garrett Jones, of course, provided a big home run in the 7th inning last night. He's been swinging a hot bat. It's just been the story, really, for the Pirates since about June the 1st. And it doesn't get old talking about it.
No, and everybody's playing a part. Every day it's somebody else that's a shining star. Last night it was Sutton, along with a lot of help from Mr. Jones, Mr. McCutcheon. Fun night, great night. And these people are buzzing. We heard it before they played the anthem. Let's go Bucks, let's go Bucks. Before the anthem.
Pedro Alvarez had a big pinch hit, 2-run single last night. What an at-bat he had in the 6th inning.
Yeah, we kind of awarded him the turning point of the game.
Strike, it's 1-1 on Jordan Schaefer. 2 for 5 with a pair of RBIs last night. 90 degrees at game time.
Temperature almost as hot as Andrew.
Off speed, 1-2. Correa looking for his 5th win of the season. 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Well, you're just hoping that the rotation stays steady. That's your foundation of everything. This offense is wonderful, but you want a stable rotation if you're going to run the table. I don't mean dominate, but you're just going to be in contention or better throughout the rest of the summer. It's going to be a grind. You need to start it with those 5 guys.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Strikes out Schaefer. 1 up and 1 down. Let's check out the defense behind Kevin Correa, and of course Andrew McCutcheon, the anchor offensively and defensively out there in center field. Drew Sutton, he's in left. Alex Presley not available today. Garrett Jones in right. Pedro Alvarez, Casey McGee on the corners. Clint Farmas, Neil Walker up the middle, and Michael McHenry, the fort, behind the plate. Casey McGee back over at first base. He had a couple of sparkling plays at third last couple days for Pedro Alvarez. Ball 1 on Altuve.
Going to be a new board game in Pittsburgh. Real quick, find Drew Sutton. Where's Drew Sutton today?
Yep.
Today's in left. Last night right. He's been all over the infield. Well, I bet it felt good for him to wake up this morning. A good looking breaking ball right there. Kevin doesn't get the call from Phil Cuzzy, home plate umpire. There's Drew, left field. And that's a big piece of real estate for him to track balls down. And he's got a lot of room out there.
2-1 on Altuve.
The toughest left fields to play.
Yeah, Alex Presley forced to lead the game with concussion-like symptoms and ran through a battery of tests. And Clint Hurdle waited to issue the lineup until after they were certain about Alvarez and Presley. Alvarez able to make the start, but not today for Alex Presley. Hope it's not a long-term thing. Baseball does have that special 7-day DL for concussions available, but as of right now, Presley on the active roster. 2-2 on Altuve, the lone all-star for the Astros, and a fly ball to Sutton in the left center.
You know, maybe Clint Hurdle is going on the theory. This guy's magic right now. He's hitting 407 or something. We're just going to stuff him out there wherever we go. It's going to be the Sutton magic, perhaps, for a while.
Tips to win, Rivers Casino.
Yep. Get the rookie early. Get Andrew. Yeah, if you can run him out there.
What is wrong with you? You're going to get 17 at bats.
Well, that's all right. Put a different sweater on him. Send him out there with different numbers, and celebrate the United States of America. You know, that's why we have this great game. I mean, let's just solidly not forget about all that. But it is all that.
Nothing more American than Major League Baseball on the 4th of July. Jed Lowry, 2 for 3 with a pair of ribbies last night.
I think Jimmy Cagney said that in that Yankee Doodle Dandy movie.
And a lot of red, white, and blue. And the Pirates, of course, paying tribute to the troops today. Members of the armed forces get in free today. So I see a lot of troops on hand. 2-0 and 2-1. And Joshua Hayes, our buddy, is here. Member of the armed forces, came up to say hello. Josh, great to see you. Yeah, there we go. There's the doctor.
There's the doc. Yep.
I'm not a crook.
I'm not a crook. All right, Doc.
2-1 the count. Jed Lowry with 2 outs and nobody on.
You know, it was so great this morning, Greg. Wake up, go put the flag out on the front door, get the newspaper, get a cup of coffee, read about the Pittsburgh Pirates on 4th of July morning, knowing you're coming to the ballpark. Pretty good way to start.
Would you have ever guessed that the front page of the Post-Gazette there'd be a story on the Zoltan Z?
How about that? How about that? Front page stuff.
3-2 the count now on Lowry.
Front page fastball by Kevin Correa.
31 years old, Kevin Correa, 16th start this afternoon. The Pirates are 5-2 in his last 7 starts. And they're revving it up again early here.
Another strikeout.
Fly ball toward McCutcheon in right center. Has it measured. 1-2-3 for Kevin Correa. Go to the bottom of the first inning on the 4th of July. The Pirates come to bat.
Commemorate the military and the people that really fight for our freedom, and that's, you know, we wouldn't be able to play this game of baseball without those people. So days like July 4th and really strike home for a lot of us.
Neil Walker, sentiments we all share on this 4th of July. Pirates come to bat now against the left-handed rookie Dallas Keuchel. Drew Sutton will lead things off, and he'll bat from the right side. That's where he finished the game from last night as a right-hand hitter against the lefty Wesley Wright.
Kind of neat leading off. He was the last batter we saw and the first batter we see today.
Quite a journey for Drew Sutton. As we said, a longtime minor leaguer, stops in the big leagues on a couple of occasions, including with Houston, the Houston organization. 0-2 the count.
Yep, drafted back in 2009, 7th round. Pick out of the University of Arkansas.
And that's to Heichel. Drew Sutton was involved in the Astros organization, selected by them in the 15th round back in 2004. And Heichel with a strikeout. Lineup brought to you by Toyota moving forward. Sutton goes down swinging. Neil Walker follows, then Andrew McCutchen, .458 hitter against lefties this season. Casey McGee, Garrett Jones, Pedro Alvarez, Michael McHenry, Clint Barmas, Kevin Correa. Walker owns a 7-game hitting streak. As Steve said, a 7th round pick in 2009, Keuchel out of the University of Arkansas.
Don't take him lightly. He's had 3 terrific starts, including 1 complete game. His second major league start, 9 innings against the Cleveland Indians.
Start of the year, AAA Oklahoma City. Keuchel was called up to make a start for Bud Norris, who was placed on the disabled list with a sprained right knee. Norris will start tomorrow night's finale for Houston. Brad Mills has had to be very patient this year. 1-2 the count.
This young man started against Texas, 5 innings, 1 run, then a complete game against the Indians, and then 6 innings against San Diego, giving up just 1 run. 1-0, but a 1.35 ERA. Start number 4.
Pop up. Second baseman Altuve out to shallow right center.
It's been kind of an interesting series so far. The 2 games, Pirates do nothing in the first 3 innings, and then they bust loose.
Here comes the Major League's leading hitter.
Yeah, not just National League, MLB.
Barrel Automotive League leaders. Fine reception. And folks have kind of caught on to this MVP chant that started a couple nights ago. Strike is called on McCutchen. 7 for 9 in the series.
7 for 9 in the series. You say it so calmly.
Just the way he is.
Unbelievable.
Mr. Calm. Like it's nothing.
People are asking me, who do you compare him with? Who have you seen that plays like that? Barry Bonds played like this when he first came in. The speed, the power, go get the ball, contact, consistency. Let's just not compare him to anybody. And also, let's not take it down the road. People are saying, well, he can't do this the rest of the year. I overheard you doing an interview, and you made a good point. You know, it's unlikely. But, there's no law against it. He's doing it now. And let's just enjoy the run he's on. Why do you have to have finality and finish? And why do you have to take us to the end of the season? Let's enjoy this ride.
1-2 pitch. 2-2 count.
I do know one thing. You can't feel much better going up to that batter's box than Andrew must feel right now. I mean, it's got to be a good feeling. Let me get up there and see what I can do here today.
How about hitting .458 against lefties for the season? 3-2. And initially the lineup had Garrett Jones hitting cleanup and then Casey McGee to follow. It makes sense that they flip-flop that because Jones, of course, had the infield single a couple of nights ago against a lefty. The only hit he's had against a left-hander going back to last August. So they could still work around McCutchen, but not as easily so with McGee on deck. Toward right. And everything draws a reaction from the crowd, of course, every time he puts the bat on the ball. Drive toward right field. Bogusevic makes the play. The Pirates go down in order. Here in Pittsburgh, and we are honored to be joined by Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy, a police operational mentor and liaison team, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Army in Afghanistan, deployed with 12 others from Western Pennsylvania in a remote area of Afghanistan. So remote, we are lucky to be able to get a Skype signal out there. And Tech Sergeant Malloy, thank you for being with us, and glad that you could be watching the Pirates with us.
Thank you, sir, and it's a pleasure having us on the show today.
Carlos Lee is at the plate, ball one. What a thrill it is on the 4th of July to be joined by Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy, who, by the way, is a Pittsburgh native and also is a Pittsburgh police officer. As this ball is into left field, Carlos Lee aboard to start the second here at PNC Park, and also out in Afghanistan.
Well, from all of us here and thousands and thousands of people in this ballpark, our hearts are with you. We thank you. You honor us with what you do and how much you care about what you do. It's an honor to talk to you.
I'm sorry, sir. You keep breaking up. It's a little the feed's a little slow right now.
Well,
all I got was an honor, and it's a privilege on our behalf to serve the United States and our country.
Scott Moore singles to right field, putting runners at first and third with nobody out here in the second. And we are joined again by Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy. And the message, Tech Sergeant Malloy, is just that we, on behalf of everyone here in the Pittsburgh area and around our nation, thank you for what you are doing. And how are you able, if at all, to follow your Pirates and what is going on in Pittsburgh?
I got bits and pieces of that, but for the most part, what I'm picking up what you're putting down is, as far as the Pirates go, we every once a week, twice a week, we could check in on the computer. As long as the computer, as long as the bandwidth plays with us. As far as that, we can't watch any of the Pirate games.
Well, we're glad that you can follow them along the way every once in a while as Drew Sutton makes the catch on the line drive, and here comes chugging for the plate and able to score is Carlos Lee on the sacrifice fly by Jason Castro, and it's 1-0 Houston. Did you hear at all about last night's walk-off win by the Pirates, the comeback, and how well they're playing and now tied for first place in the division? Tech Sergeant Malloy.
I did, and I read that this morning, actually. Congratulations to the Pirates. It's been since 1992?
Correct.
It has been a long time, and we're having a lot of fun, and I hope you're getting the information that that these guys are just really playing exceptionally well and knocking the cover off the ball.
That's fantastic. I know at the beginning of the season I was trying to follow as much as I could. Pitching was on fire, the bats were a little slow, and then I guess it's starting to turn around. They're both playing together.
It really is, and it looks as though you have some folks there that also are wanting to perhaps say hello, and do you want to pass along a hello, a greeting to anybody?
Yes, let me give a greeting to my wife Amy and my family there at the game. Miss you, love you, see you soon, and I'm going to pass over and we're going to play musical chairs now. Thank you, gentlemen.
You're so welcome.
And who do we have next? By the way, this feed coming from the middle of Afghanistan. Who do we have with us now?
Hello, my name is Staff Sergeant Cam Ferguson. I'd like to give a shout out to my beloved daughter, Kylie, and my mom and dad. I'll be home soon enough. I love you all. Goodbye.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant.
Yep, same back at you.
2-0 the count.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Miller. Happy 4th of July. Just want to say hello to my daughter, Olivia. I love you and I miss you, Buck. I'll see you soon.
Sergeant Miller, all the best to you and a very safe return back home.
Hello, my name is Sergeant Kowal. Just wanted to say happy 4th. Friends and family, quick shout out. I love you. I miss you. Peanuts, love you to the moon and back. And as always, love you more than all the stars in the heaven, fishes in the sea, freckles on me.
You couldn't ever say it any better. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy. And here's, yes, who do we have?
Time for it. I would like to say hi to Jessie and her mom and dad that are at the game. I'll see you soon. Go Bucks.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Staff Sergeant Frankie Joel. I want to say hi to my brother who should be at the stadium today. Also to my mom, my family and friends in Lancaster, and to my beloved husband. And I miss you very much, honey. I'll see you soon. Have a good day.
All right, we got a great starting lineup.
Mercutio. I'm the commander for the PAT team. What's up? Congratulations, Buccos. First place. Team. Good luck with the rest of the season. Enjoy yourselves. Kick some ass.
You got it. Well,
you guys too. Hey, do you guys? I shouldn't put you on the spot. Does anybody know about the Zoltan Z? What they're doing in Pittsburgh? The Z?
No, sir.
All right, we'll have to teach it to you. The Zoltan Z.
No, we haven't heard anything about Zoltan Z.
Okay, it's from that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Or You Stole My Car or something.
All the Pirate players have been doing it for a couple of months. And the fans around here have been doing it, not only at the ballpark, but Southwest Asia, we understand, does know about it. And I think we can hook up with them as well. We're going around the world on this 4th of July. There it is. We'll be talking to them later.
They've got the Z. They've got the Z working.
It's basically, what is it, Steve? It's left hand up, palm out. Left hand up, palm out. Right hand down. I'm not going to give it a shot just yet. It's a little too much. The Zoltan Z. Thanks so much to Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy and the troops. And another base hit to right field by Brian Bogusevic. So here at PNC Park.
Gentlemen, are we cut off now?
No, we're still with you. We're still with you.
All right, it keeps fading. I know one thing. You had a couple guys here trying to do the Zoltan Z.
Well, I guarantee you, when you guys get back, you'll know about it, and just work on it. It's thumb up. The right thumb is up. The left thumb is down. Connect the two thumbs and form a Z with both hands. That's the Zoltan Z from the movie Dude, Where's My Car? Hey, we got it. We got it behind you. Tech Sergeant Malloy. Who's that? Is that Sergeant Maura Wall? I think has figured it out.
I believe it is. It's connecting the freckles.
Way to go! There you go! There you go! Hey, thank you so much for all you do, everyone.
Yeah, we pray for your safety.
It's our pleasure. We greatly appreciate the Pirates and Root Sports showing all their support to our families at home and showing the support to us and all the other troops that are abroad right now.
Well, it's so neat to have you here. Go Bucks and go troops. Thanks so much. Tech Sergeant Matt Malloy, he and his group have been deployed since January 2nd and scheduled to come back around the end of the year. And so neat that we could touch base with them. As the Pirates trail 2-0. Visit to the mound from Ray Searage as the Astros have collected 4 hits, just 1 out, and are leading 2-0. Dallas Keuchel, the pitcher, at the plate and bunts the ball and breaking toward the plate, and now they may have a play at third, and finally the tag made by Alvarez.
Anxiety for a moment with that kind of off-balance throw tossed by Kevin Correa, but Pedro was able to hold on to it and chase down the runner at third base and get that lead man. Big out for the Pirates. There's the bunt. Kevin gets it and then kind of thrown off maybe the wrong foot, but anyway, they get it done as Pedro chases him back to third base. Different angle, we're still going to get them.
Tag of J.D. Martinez. So it's first and second, 2 outs, a 2-0 lead, and Jordan Schaefer at the plate.
We've been preaching damage control with some of our starters in recent outings with McDonald and A.J. Burnett. We're going to preach a little damage control to Kevin Correa until we get to the 4th inning. That's when we really start hitting. It's kind of a mental preparation until the 4th, and the Pirate bats have been breaking out.
Jordan Schaefer struck out to start the ball game. Four hits in the inning and 2 runs. 2 on. And a fly ball to McCutchen. And the Astros send 7 men to the plate. They lead 2-0 head to the bottom of the 2nd.
Brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks.
Now look at that shot. Drew Sutton getting splashed by Casey McGee, the Gatorade shower, but look who's next to him getting splashed. The man who did the interview on Root Sports last night, Paul Alexander. Paul, what did that feel like?
I'll tell you what, it was a little cool last night. If someone would have a big Gatorade bucket full of water right now and want to splash it on my head right now, I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Well, Casey McGee's coming to the plate, so he's busy right now.
I'll tell you
that was great. And you know what, Paul? We used your interview, by the way. We took it live on the radio side, our good partners, Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan, after the walk-off. And when you were interviewing Drew Sutton, you could hear his voice tremble. I mean, he was pretty emotional.
Greg, he was really emotional. In fact, I almost missed getting him when we needed him because he said, I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath. Give me a second. I'm like, if I had a second to give you, I'd give it to you. We need you right now. You know how that TV stuff gets. So he was amazingly excited and happy, and never had a moment like that in his professional career. It was a whole lot of fun.
And Paul, your hair has really recovered nicely from that splash. Really,
Steve,
it's come back nice.
That means so much. Thank you.
And it's from the heart.
Casey McGee takes ball 1, and Casey McGee sneaking around and getting Sutton and Alexander. And then they spared Paul as A.J. went with the shaving cream pie, and Paul was able to back away from that. 2-0 the count on McGee, with Garrett Jones to follow, and then Pedro Alvarez. But what a moment. Actually, it's what moments, plural, we've been seeing here throughout this 2012 campaign. Some magical moments, and especially here at PNC Park. The Pirates have a 25-13 home record. It's 3-1 now on Casey McGee.
And you know, the bottom line too is, Greg, you don't need 14, 15 game winning streaks. You need those blocks, 20 of 25, 15 of 20, those kind of things. That's where you really gain some ground. There's been some, I don't know if there's ever been as abrupt a change in a team batting average and offensive production from one month to the other, from May to June. Actually, April, May to the month of June.
McGee takes ball 4. Keep in mind, this is a rookie, Dallas Keuchel, who has pitched very well his first 3 times out, but maybe not truly tested just yet early in his major league career. Garrett Jones sheepishly accepted the base hit against a lefty the other night at infield single toward third base.
Made up for it last night with that rocket shot that almost got to the river.
And a strike is called, so Garrett Jones now 1 for 13 this season against lefties. And on the one hand, you think, well, why in the world wouldn't they sit Jones against a lefty? You've got Harrison, perhaps even Eric Fryer if you want to play the outfielder. Gorkis Hernandez. This ball popped up out of play. Well, 2 things. Number 1, Jones is hot. But secondly, and it's early, but lefties are 6 for 19 against Keuchel so far. And this was the bomb that he hit in the 7th inning last night, his 12th of the year. At the time, it gave the Pirates a 7-6 lead. Boy, was the house rocking last night after that mammoth shot. So lefties, 6 hits in 19 at bats against Keuchel so far in the big leagues, a .316 average. And it's going to continue. The base hit. Putting runners at first and maybe third. Yes. Oh, here comes Jones towards second, and he's there. Second and third. Boy, maybe a sense of urgency wasn't there for Schaefer, just accepting. He thought a single. That wasn't what Jones was thinking.
That's exactly the perception that I had, Greg. He really kind of casually played that ball, just assuming that Jones was going to stop at first base.
McGee took off for third. Figured Schaefer wouldn't attempt a throw there with nobody out. And Garrett Jones going hard.
And you know, I almost think that Schaefer got caught up with the runner going to third base and forgot about Garrett Jones.
Maybe Schaefer had it in his mind. Well, should I throw to third because McGee doesn't run well? Well, all right, I'll just throw to second to keep the double play in order. But wait a minute. Jones sneaks in with a double, and now it's Pedro Alvarez.
That kind of caught him between thoughts. Had a couple options, a couple different ways to play that ball when he picked it up, and hesitated too long to make up his mind.
A walk and a double. Infield back to concede a run. Alvarez with 46 RBIs. Pinch hit 2-run single last night. 1 ball and 1 strike. Steve, this club right now, the Houston Astros, they are down, and if you can deliver, get even 1 here, start to put more doubt in their minds.
Yeah. And this young man, by the way, has been watching this offensive barrage the first 2 games. He's a youngster. If you get him back on his heels a little bit, you might be able to make a run at him, an extended run against him. Big hook, very slow hook that Pedro's way out in front. As we always say, you've got to max, you've got to get something out of this opportunity. He's way out in front of that 71-mile-an-hour curveball. and you'd like to get a bunch. You got to make sure you get at least something. And you answer the Astros to put the 2 spot up on top of the half inning.
Checks in the dirt, 2-2. Would not offer it that one. Astro the block.
And to your favorite subject, why would the Astros not ask the third base umpire there? And that is Jerry Davis, the crew chief. Talking about Phil Cuzzy back to the plate, and Manny Gonzalez and Greg Gibson around the bases. Right on cue. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
2-2 the count on Alvarez. He's hitting .194 against lefties this season. And it's 3-2.
Now you just wonder, you know, he's got that fastball in his back pocket, but you saw Pedro way out in front of that 71-mile-an-hour curve earlier in the at-bat. Went back to it. He's got the open base. Got the luxury of throwing pretty much whatever he wants. And talk about all the home runs last night. The Alvarez single was huge.
Keuchel has walked 10 in 21 innings. And ball 4. Bases are loaded on the 4th of July for the Fort.
Stayed with the curveball and missed up and in. Oh, there's Uncle Sam. Happy birthday, Uncle.
Happy birthday indeed to Jared Hughes. Not having a birthday on the 4th of July. 27 years old today, the Pirates right-hander.
And Chuck Tanner shares his birthday.
Right. All right, McHenry. The infield looks for a double play ball. Takes a strike.
Keuchel leaning on that curveball. 70 miles an hour, so big time separation. I haven't seen a fastball in so long, I don't know what to compare it with speed-wise.
Henry's hit safely in 7 of his last 8 games with 3 homers, 9 RBIs. There's I guess a fastball. Throws a fastball in the low 90s. That one 87. 1-1. Keuchel, 23 years old, from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 13 starts for the AAA club in Oklahoma City. 5-4, a 4.26 ERA, but had a couple of terrible back-to-back starts. May 19th and May 24th. He gave up 19 runs in 7 2/3 innings.
Just looking at that. Otherwise, he pitched pretty well there.
1-1. And it's 2-1.
Again, he's
away
soft
from that
stuff.
fastball.
A lot of soft stuff. Well, you just wonder what's going through Castro's mind. Is he trying to stay with the fastball because the Pirates have just pounded the fastball all over the ballpark these first 2 games?
2-1.
What a position to be in for Michael. He may do anything, he may do everything, he may do nothing, but it is nice to have a 2-1 count with the bases loaded. Pitchers in a jam.
And a fly ball to center. Plenty deep to get a run home and move that runner from second to third as Schaefer makes the catch. Schaefer will throw toward third base. And so that allows the runner to move up from first. Alvarez, it's 2-1. Thank you very much.
Boy, this Schaefer's for you.
McHenry, the RBI, brings home McGee. It's 2-1. And because Schaefer throws to third, Alvarez moves into scoring position.
And you can throw to third if you're sure. If you're not sure, you can't. Simple as that. So a couple of plays that Schaefer did not really look very good on. He goes back, so you see the tag up at second. And he's deep. I mean, that's a long, long throw. Even if it's on time like it is, I mean, it just takes a long time to get there. And it's running out of gas, and it's hard to be accurate.
See if Barmes can take advantage. Takes the double play out of the equation. Barmes with 20 runs batted in. The corner infielders even with the bags. Middle infielders are back. Barmes spent last year with the Astros. Pirates are 12-4 when Barmes knocks in a run this season.
Again, the breaking ball. We haven't seen that 92, 93. We saw an 87-mile-an-hour pitch delivered.
That's that cutter, I think, Steve, at 87, 88. This is a breaking ball. 0-2. He is staying away from what we understand is a pretty good fastball. But out in front now, Barmes 0-2.
They have been burned with it. Just make sure everybody's awake from last night as he drills that ball into the Pirate dugout.
Directing traffic there.
As always, AJ.
Yeah, right Bedard. AJ Burnett. 0-2 the count on Barmes. Jones at third, Alvarez at second. A run in. Nice job by McHenry, the sacrifice fly. And in the dirt, another nice job by Castro on the block. There Jones hustling double to move McGee to third. And then tagging on the fly ball, moving to third base. Alvarez also heads up as he saw the throw going to third. 1-2 on Barmes. Ground ball foul. And stays 1-2.
When this guy orders a new shirt, he's going to have one sleeve that's going to have to be custom made longer. And that's going to be the left arm. It's all kind of soft stuff.
Another 1-2 pitch from Dallas Keuchel. And a shot to left. It's tied. Alvarez going to be held on the base hit by Barmes, and now Barmes heads for second, and he's caught in the rundown, and the ball is dropped. Alvarez waiting to think what he might do. He's going to take off for the plate, and he scores. Pirates lead it in the second.
Yay, Pirates, but boy, the Houston Astros are not playing a good early baseball game.
Barmes gets the RBI single, and then in the rundown scores the go-ahead.
Okay, here's how it goes down. Base hit between third and short. Easy first run. Stops at third. And there goes Clinton. And they've got him there. They bobble the ball. That's a little hesitation. And then the break is made from third base properly. And that's all about timing. Pedro Alvarez with that good base running instinct. You got to know when to go, when not to go. You go early, they're going to get you. You go too late, you have to stay at third base. The timing was very, very good.
7-2-4 on the rundown. One RBI for Barmes as Alvarez scores.
Pedro is watching, get back off so you're in position. So you're in position to make your break. Even if you're timing your break, the timing is right. If you're not far enough off third base, you can't do it.
Ball hit softly to the shortstop, and Correa will be retired. But the Bucks, after Correa gives up 2 in the top, score 3 in the bottom. And when we come back, we're going to Southwest Asia. They are loving what they see. walk and then scoring on the rundown. Walk's a big part of the inning. Clint Barmas, another RBI for him. Pirates answer with 3. And you know who liked that a lot, Steve?
I got a feeling you're going to tell me.
First Lieutenant Jason Christie and the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing, the U.S. Air Force in Southwest Asia. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us, sir.
Jason, are you getting all the information you want? All your buddies there about the Pittsburgh Pirates and what they're doing this past month?
Oh, we are. We check the standings every morning. There's kind of an email that circles around that says, a daily standings update. And then, of course, the Stars and Stripes. So,
you got Andrew McCutchen on your ballot for MVP?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun watching him. And we're very, very proud to be able to talk to you and tell you how much we all care and what people are thinking around the United States of America in what you do and how much you care about what you do.
Yes, sir. It's our pleasure.
And Lieutenant Christie, tell us what you do and also who you have with you today.
I'm actually the
Well, we've lost the audio for just a moment. Lieutenant Christie deployed with about 15 airmen from Western Pennsylvania, and we're told he is a huge Pirates fan. And we're also told that he can catch some of the recent games on the Armed Forces Network, because as the Pirates continue their success of late, more of their games have been made available on AFN. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jose Altuve, the 2-3-4 hitters against Correa. And of course, job 1 for Correa is to put up a 0 after his mates put up 3 to erase a 2-0 deficit. We'll get back to Southwest Asia momentarily. Altuve 2-2 count. Popped up toward the seats. Over McGee, runs out of room. I think we're back audio-wise. Lieutenant Christie, can you hear us now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, good. Now, again, tell us about what you're doing there in Southwest Asia.
Well, sir, I work in the protocol office, so we deal with all the distinguished visitors and high-level people that come through, and make sure that they're taken care of. I have Messar Cummins here with me. He works in the dining facility. And then I have Major Moore here, who works with the Comptroller Squadron and deals with.
We got to Major Moore, and then audio cut out again as they fly ball to right. Continue, Lieutenant Christie.
Yes, sir. I also have Captain Carper here with me. He's the Chief of Public Affairs here. He set this all up, and we're very thankful to for his efforts.
So now you are from the Elwood City area, correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been deployed?
I've been here about 5 months.
So you're able to catch up on your buckos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's what I look forward to every morning.
By the way, what time is it there?
It is 9:26 p.m.
9:26 p.m.
Well, I tell you what, this ball is just foul. It's pretty hot here too, Steve. It's 88 degrees here, gentlemen.
All right, give us the reading there. We promise we won't mention it again. What do you got there?
Today it was about 118.
Oh.
But it's a dry heat, right?
We were complaining about St. Louis last week. You got to be kidding. So now I don't want to speak for everybody there. It looks like you're all pretty fired up about the Pirates.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody Western Pennsylvania ties there?
Most everybody.
You have folks you want to say hello to?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd like to say hello to my son Jason, my dad and my 2 brothers, and my grandparents up in Elwood City.
Anybody else?
I'd like to say hello to my daughter Olivia back in Warren, Ohio, and I live in Cleveland, Ohio. So, but I do have ties to Pittsburgh because my dad was a Pittsburgh native.
I was just going to say, you missed the collective boos from everywhere here when they heard you say that.
But I'm standing proud. I'm a Pittsburgh Pittsburgh fan all the way through.
I'm just kidding.
Steelers, Pirates, Penguins.
That's great. That's great. So you want to say hello to Olivia and who else?
Hi, I'd like to say hi to my wife, Angela, and my kids, Matthew, Dylan, and Isabella. Isabella has her first birthday on the 31st of July, so I want to say I love you very much.
We just had another Pittsburgh fan come in here.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on down. Join the party.
Who do we got?
Giuseppe Francioni.
All right. Giuseppe, where are you from, Giuseppe?
I'm from Fox Chapel.
Nice.
Pennsylvania. So.
We were just out there. We were hosting a senior golf tournament last week. You got some kind of golf course out there back home.
Oh, it's the best one.
Now, who do you want to say hello to, Giuseppe?
My girlfriend Marley, my dad Joseph, and my brother Dominic, and my sister Christy.
Outstanding. Now, 1 out, 3-2 count on Jed Lowry. You know, we had to work. I don't know if you heard about this or were tuned in. We were really trying to work with the troops in Afghanistan. They weren't really caught up yet on the Zoltan Z, but they're getting there. How about you guys?
Oh, they got it.
Oh, man, are you kidding?
Right on cue.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That is outstanding. Are the Bucks going to go all the way this year?
Yes, they are.
They
sir.
are.
Yes.
They're looking pretty good.
We got to take a poll. We need a vote of all you 5 guys. Your favorite current Pirate?
It's the Kutch, McCutcheon.
Well, we're going to stay with you guys because you're with us the rest of the ball game, and we're going to react with you as the game goes along. A shot there.
Looks unanimous.
McCutcheon.
Sounds
Yep.
unanimous.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, get us a double play here, guys.
For all you do.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
We'll be back and follow their reaction as they watch their Buccos all the way out Southwest Asia. 0-1 count on Carlos Lee. Oh, 2 now. Boy, what fun to be with them on the 4th of July. Out in Afghanistan and Southwest Asia.
It's so good to be able to put faces to the people that you think about.
Our heroes.
And names.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Ground ball, double play ball.
We got him. Thanks, guys. They called it.
The Vanilla Crew. 2 scoops. Little Zoltan Z.
2 over easy.
Baseball much of this season. And here's an example of the frustration Brad Mills has had. Here's that bunt. J.D. Martinez tagged out, and then defensively Jordan Schaefer casually into second, and Jones takes advantage. And here Schaefer throws to third.
Bad decision.
After
not only throws to
ball,
third, but misses the cutoff man.
And then the rundown.
They finally commit to the runner at first base. If you have to commit to one, you've got to do the front man. Hopefully you can get an out. You've got the upper hand. But if you commit, it's got to be to the runner at third base. You can't totally commit to the guy at first.
0-1. Stabbed by Keuchel. Not hit all that hard, a soft liner, but got the glove out there. And maybe because of injury or illness, Jordan Schaefer has been lifted, and Brian Bixler, the former Pirate, now in right field. Brian Bogusevic moves from right to center. So Jordan Schaefer out of the ball game.
And it could be that it has nothing to do with injury or sickness. Probably does not.
Now Neil Walker popped up in the first. Trying to the Pirates here work and make Keuchel work. He's thrown 43 pitches. You'd like to get into that middle part of their bullpen. Don't know if Brandon Lyon would be available. He pitched 2 innings last night. Fly ball to center, and Bogusevic right away tested as Walker gave that ball a ride.
Ball carrying quite well this afternoon, helping anything pretty much in any direction. Pirates have not homered yet today. I just bring that up as a point of interest because they haven't missed a day recently.
McCutcheon flied to right in the first.
Andrew having a tough day at the plate.
0-1. The way he's going against lefties, it would be almost a headline if he doesn't get a hit here. Coming in batting .458 against left-handed pitching. 1-1. And overall, a .360 major league leading batting average. 104 hits, second most in the league. He's fourth in on base percentage. He's second in slugging, behind only Joey Votto. .612 slugging percentage.
That's pretty good company.
No one has more total bases this season. Only Miguel Cabrera, or Melky Cabrera of the Giants, has more hits. That's a strike call. Dallas Keuchel, the rookie lefty. Ground ball to third. The backhand. On the first. Keuchel retires the Pirates 1-2-3. But the Bucks, after 3, lead 3-2. Members of the military are guests of the Pirates today. Master Sergeant Michael Shank joins us from the 379th Air Expeditionary Wing of the U.S. Air Force. Thank you so much for being here and for all you do and your home.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is great that you guys do this for all the soldiers. I'm excited.
Well, it's great to have you here. It really is. And we've been talking to some of the troops in Southwest Asia today, thanks to Skype and Afghanistan. And tell us now, you are recently back?
Yeah, I just got in on Monday, and about 11 o'clock, trying to catch up to the time. But I didn't want to miss this. Kids are excited. Glad to be here.
How about this view up here?
This is awesome. My son's going to be mad I didn't bring him with me.
Ball popped up.
Well, you promised us that you'll bring him. You'll bring him back.
No, I'll bring him back. Yeah, definitely.
Now, this was your third deployment, and you were there this time, Southwest Asia, for some 70 days.
Yes.
And you're here along with some family members today.
Yes, I'm here with my wife and my 3 kids and my mother and my father, and a couple of neighbors were able to make it to the game with us, and they're excited.
From the Munhall area?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I grew up in the South Side area.
Yeah.
And that's
a hopping place these days, by the way.
Oh, it gets busy. It's very busy down that way.
Now, what was your job over there?
I'm a boom operator, and my job is to get in the back of the airplane and refuel other planes that need gas to complete their missions.
And this was your third deployment?
Over there, yeah.
Wow. Oh, there's a photo right there of it.
That there's one of the F-16s coming up behind us. And
so the boom is the fueling device that goes from one plane to the other?
That's the boom, and the 2 rudder rotors stick out, and that's how we fly it.
Yeah.
And then we extend. It's like extending a nozzle from your gas station to your car. Same concept. I mean, obviously in the air, but we extend that, and it goes down into their what they call receptacle.
But you talk about it casually. I mean, that is very tricky business.
You need to be very precise, and you get a lot of training.
A lot involved there.
There's a lot involved.
That's not pulling over into the gas station on Banksville Road.
And we give them the fuel they need to do whatever their mission might be, and we come back.
The support structure. You know, we hear about the conflict and everything. It's amazing.
It is.
Now, because there are 2 outs and the Pirates center fielder Andrew McCutcheon just made a very nice running catch on the ball. We want to get to something because you do have your daughter Lindsay, your son Michael, your daughter Laura, mom and dad here, along with your wife Heather. But you're going to be showing this to them later, the game.
Later on the night, we taped it, and I told them we'll watch it when we get.
All right, now there's what we call our spy cam. Do you have a special present for these guys?
Well, they know we're going on vacation on Thursday, and they believe we're going to Virginia Beach. But we'd like to surprise you guys. We're going down to Disney.
Oh,
I think they're going to be very excited about that.
How about that? Dad, are you serious, Disney?
We're going
that's
Disney.
What they're saying right now as they're watching this.
We're going to Disney, guys.
Awesome stuff. That is great. Well, I'll tell you, quick inning, and it is so neat to have you here, Master Sergeant Michael Shank.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for all you do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great stuff. You're going to Disney, kids. 1,000 members of our military and armed forces, guests of the Pirates on this very special 4th of July. Glad you could be with us as we celebrate our nation's birthday, independence, and salute the people that made it all happen and continue to do so. Ground ball to short.
Greg, can you just, well, we'll get to this after the trivia question. I want to ask you about mid-air refueling. We say it so casually.
I know it.
Unbelievable.
Andrew McCutcheon's been unbelievable currently. The National League's best batting average, in fact, in the Major League's top average. Who was the last Pirates outfielder to win the National League batting title?
Can I guess an old teammate?
Sure.
Can I say it out loud?
Yeah.
Matty Lou?
I got to believe Dave Parker won one. That's a guess, but
that's right.
Obviously, Freddie Sanchez, the last Pirate to win a batting title, but second baseman. Actually, he was a third baseman then, wasn't he, when he won the title?
He was.
2006. But who was the last outfielder?
The Cobra. Yeah, it has to be the Cobra.
Well, how about this guy, Garrett Jones? I can hit lefties. A double and a single. After the drought, which ended with that infield hit against Fernando Abad on Monday.
Just yanked it right past Carlos Lee. That's fine. That'll work. It's funny, you know, we put so much emphasis on exactly what's happening now or a recent resume. Just because he's had a cold streak doesn't mean he can't do it. He's certainly capable of doing it. He just hasn't done much of it lately until last night and today. Two nights ago. And that's when he drilled that ball down to third base.
Yeah,
a rocket shot.
That was a rocket shot. Too hot to handle. Happy 4th on Root Sports.
Rev up the boats on the river, get the grills going after this Pirate ball game. Celebrate the birthday.
Two-0 count on Alvarez. Pirates have done good work against lefties on the season, and especially here at home. -2 this year against left-handed starters at PNC Park. 2-0 count on Alvarez. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
You know, when you study the history of baseball, during the Second World War, the commissioner of baseball spoke to President Roosevelt. He said, should we shut down baseball in the best interest of the war effort? He said, no, America needs baseball.
Steve, I think that no question held true in 2001 after the attacks. And baseball was shut down for a while, and there was, you know, all kinds of discussions about when and if baseball should resume after September 11th. It finally did after a few days. And then, you know, talk about bringing a nation together. Baseball did that World Series in New York, and President Bush, I mean, you want to talk about emotional. That ball fouled off, but when he went out there at Yankee Stadium and threw that strike, I mean, the nation came together as one, thanks to baseball.
So many people have grown up with this game. So many.
Garrett Jones at first, 1 out. Pirates lead 3-2. Ball 4, 2 aboard. Second time Alvarez has drawn the walk. The third free pass from the rookie, Dallas Keuchel.
And those people we've been talking to today, overseas, Afghanistan and the Far East, and Michael, a conflict that's so many thousands of miles away. You think about the conflict itself, and then supplying the support for that, fuel and food, all the things that need to be there, thousands and thousands of miles away. It's incredible to think of the scope of all of that. So many people involved in so many different aspects.
Relying again on that breaking ball and the strike on Michael McHenry. Sacrifice fly in the second. Brought the Pirates their first run. It also allowed Garrett Jones to move to third. And when the throw went to third, Alvarez moved from first to second. And that led to 2 more runs. What a job Michael McHenry has done this season. Rips that one foul. It's 0-2.
You can almost tell something by that swing. These guys are so aggressive now because they've been hitting the ball so hard. They're swinging harder. Sure, there are some swings of indecision, but that swing right there. I mean, this guy has got some confidence now, built on success, based on success, not just thought or talk. He's been doing the job. Allows him to turn the bat loose with that kind of power.
Line to left field. The fort's going to bring home at least 1. Extra bases. Pedro Alvarez will be held at third. A double for McHenry. It's 4-2 Buccos.
Looks like they're getting ready to turn on the nozzle again. Keep that offense going. It's something.
McHenry's second RBI today, now at 17 on the season. Now Alvarez stops at third, Jones scoring, and you know they loved it in Southwest Asia.
I think they want to get a bat and get up there and take a swing at it. Join the party.
Infield is in. And another block by Castro.
Now you're in that add-on mode. Clint, get the ball out of the infield. Right now to these Astros, with the struggle they're going through, a run right now to add to take it to 5-2 probably seems like 4 runs. Find a way to get at least one of these in, if not both. It's basically the same configuration he was up with before, right? Second and third.
At the base hit to left, it brought home Garrett Jones, and then Alvarez scored when Barmes saw the throw come all the way to the plate. Got in the rundown.
Pedro with those happy feet, dancing off third base and knowing when to go.
1 ball, 1 strike on Clint Barmes, who's knocked in a run in 5 of his last 6 games. .63 pitches thrown by the rookie Dallas Keuchel, making his 4th major league start today. And showing bunt, not a squeeze. 2-1. But that can still get your run. Making Keuchel work on a hot afternoon.
And he's laboring.
Two balls and a strike. The infield in. Base hit could bring home 2 more. A pop up. That won't do anything as the shortstop makes the catch. Lowry.
All right, now Kevin Correa, help yourself. You've got 4 base hits so far this year. Put it in play. See what happens.
Alvarez still at third. dozen career RBIs for Kevin Correa, lifetime 124 hitter. No RBIs this year. Fly ball toward the seats and right. And Brian Bixler makes the catch. Pirates get one. They leave a couple. After 4 innings, lead the Stros 4-2.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates leading it 4-2. And on to the 5th inning. Celebrating the 4th of July. Glad you could be with us. Great crowd on hand. Young and old alike.
Ice cream. Baseball. 4th of July. Summer's here.
Pirates up by a couple.
You know, Greg, I grew up in an area in New England near where Norman Rockwell worked, and boy, you talk about images of 4th of July's and the United States, and it just brings up images of his work doing those illustrations and those beautiful renderings for years and years and years. All those covers of Saturday Evening Post.
That's a picture-perfect cover for you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bogusevic takes a ball, and Correa falls behind 2-0. He's got Bogusevic and then the pitcher in Jordan Schaefer's spot, which now belongs to Brian Bixler. Correa had a 1-2-3 4th inning. Falls behind 3-0.
Yeah, and he's worked 4 innings. 3 of them, he's faced 3 batters. Had that bump in the second where they got their deuce.
Not what he wanted to do. Walk the first man on 4 pitches. Let's go to Paul Alexander.
Thank you very much. We're with Ryan Bonneman, Sergeant First Class from McKeesport. This time last year, you were in Afghanistan. Pretty famous picture that your wife took. What was in that picture?
It was me and my multicam with my Pirates hat on and Let's Go Bucks sign.
And
sports team.
And one day a week, you're allowed to wear a hat other than what you're supposed to. And what hat's that?
Pirate hat. Pirate.
How are you enjoying this right now?
I'm loving it. Being home, being in 4th, Pirate game, can't beat it.
Well, welcome home. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's send it back to you.
Thanks so much.
How about those guys thanking us?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is directed to you.
Dallas Keuchel.
not only part of their training, but probably part of the way they're brought up too.
Keuchel going to talk to Dave Clark. As bunted the ball foul toward first. This is what he's wanting to do here.
That reminds me, I told my grandson I'd say hello to him on the 4th of July. Hi, Noah. He says, why are you on television? Hard to explain. At 7 years old. Happy 4th of July, Noah.
Swinging away. That's what Clark wanted to talk to Dallas Keuchel about. Looks like I could handle the bat pretty good there. That swing. Oh, 2. Bunting the ball, getting the bunt down, sacrifice, 2-3. So the trivia question involving Andrew McCutchen, leading the league in hitting, the last Pirate outfielder to win the National League batting title.
Yep.
Cobra in 1978. Hit .334 that year. Feared hitter, boy, just about everything he hit was a rocket, much like McCutchen.
A gun from right field. A gun. Those throws in all-star games. I think he was an MVP of one all-star game. Had a chance to see David. We had a reunion of guys that played for the Charleston Charlies last month. David was on hand.
It was the second of back-to-back batting titles for Dave Parker, winning the batting title in 77 and 78. Bill Madlock won a pair, Pirate third baseman, in the early 80s, and Freddie Sanchez 6 years ago. Brian Bixler, former Pirate.
I went back too far for Matty Lou. I think it was 67.
66 he won this batting title at .342. Clemente actually won one in 67. His fourth batting title.
Tip of the cap always to Dwayne Reeder and what he does at the Clemente Museum down at the end of the strip.
And Brian Bixler, a base hit to left. Runners at first and third. Brian Bixler. For a time, the Pirates thought he might be, at the very least, a solid utility infielder.
Leaves that slider right over the middle of the plate. And Brian turns it back through the hole. Harry Walker made Matty Alou a batting champ. Told him to chop the ball the opposite field instead of a big swing. Big swings for little guys don't get it. Matty was not very big.
That speed.
Yep. The late Matty Alou passed away. Really a neat individual. I enjoyed being around him and crossing paths with a nice man, good man. One of the three brothers, all in the same San Francisco outfield.
Bouncing ball just foul outside of third.
Thank you.
Altuve has hit into 5 double plays.
You gotta tend to your knitting when he hits a ground ball because he has great speed. Do everything properly.
Chris Johnson has hit into 11, most on the club. Johnson's been out with a back injury. Starting third baseman. Fake to third, look to first, at least to try and keep that double play in order. With Bixler at first, Correa has allowed 5 hits Leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. Pirates lead 4-2.
He's kept the ball in the ballpark today. He's had home run issues in recent starts. So far, so good in that category.
He'll be out of play. 0-2 on Jose Altuve. Correa 4-6, 4.32 ERA. An all-star last year. This is second season with the Pirates. Signed a 2-year free agent contract.
And actually, from the stats standpoint, he's better ERA, much better ERA at home this year. That's a departure from what he was doing last year. Much better on the road, 2011.
That one you just couldn't figure at all. If you have a pitcher on the mound for the Pirates, more often than not, those splits are going to be much better here in what is considered a pitcher-friendly yard. But last year, Correa, in a dozen starts here, had a 7.71 ERA at PNC Park. So this year, it's more like it in terms of that earned run average. 1-2 the count. Astros start to get somebody loose in their bullpen. That chopper left side. Alvarez will go to first base, conceding the run, getting the second out. Bogusevic scores. Bixler to second. RBI for Altuve, his 25th. Bixler at second with 2 down, and it's Jed Lowry.
Pirates been pitching great in this ballpark. They've been winning great in this ballpark. Home cooking this year, for sure. Big item. Big part of the Pittsburgh Pirates story, 2012.
Eric Bedard, James McDonald. Big part of that.
If you can keep this core together and keep them pitching well, 4 guys you can pretty much depend on. Burnett, Bedard, McDonald, and Correa. You've got a great nucleus. Jeff Carson's.
Oh, that's hammered to right field. Going to carry all the way out there.
Oh boy, thank you.
To Garrett Jones. Ball was spanked by Lowry. A walk and a run scored. 1-run Pirate lead. Batting order against the Houston Astros this day in history. Pretty obvious. July 4th, 1776. The U.S. declares its independence from Great Britain. We celebrate our nation's birthday. Thank you, Day Automotive. Steve, I know that you have
significant dates.
that a lot of great things happened on this day, including 1939 was Lou Gehrig Appreciation Day at Yankee Stadium, and it was when he gave the famous "Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth" speech, as he said goodbye to his Yankee teammates and Yankee fans. And the fight goes on for a cure, finding a cure for what is now known as Lou Gehrig disease. A good friend of ours and a longtime Pirate employee passed away within the last couple of years of that dreaded disease, John Niederer.
ALS. A man who's become a good friend, Neil Alexander, fighting that battle and doing great work in terms of raising money for research and awareness.
That's a fair ball. Drew Sutton going the other way. Kicks off the short fence. Drew Sutton doubles to start the fifth.
Love to answer that one spot. And as the summer goes on and the season goes on, we'll be hearing more about Neil Alexander's efforts for ALS and various projects going to be happening here at the ballpark. But for now, Drew Sutton does it again. Gets it down the right field corner. It's been a quiet top of the lineup until that two-base hit. Sutton, Walker, and McCutchen have combined 0 for 6 going into that at bat. That's history.
Neil Walker.
Move him along, Neil. Move him along.
Made a ball to the warning track at center field his last time up.
And just in case you're thinking along these lines, there's a nice carrying breeze out to left field. Get the ball up in the air, you're going to get some help.
Count. Drew Sutton able to get a nice secondary lead as those middle infielders Lowry and Altuve play back, and with the lefty Dallas Keuchel on the hill. 2-0 count on Walker. And now he's trying to dog him. Shortstop Lowry sneaking in behind him. 2-1.
Time swing. Well, Greg, when you get home after the ball game, you can basically sit out on the back porch and listen to the fireworks displays that are going to be all over the city. They're going to be happening everywhere. So you can't get to a near location. Just keep your ears open, get outside. It's going to be noisy around this town tonight.
It was noisy here last night.
Indeed.
Off try, no throw.
Oh, Greg, here it comes.
Yep. We got the food. What do we got? Whoa, got some cakes.
No,
that,
nice presentation.
Very nice.
1 for Greg and 2 for me.
Yes, sir. Ground ball to third. That will not move the runner. And Walker not able to move Sutton. Ground ball to the left side. Now Andrew McCutchen, who has flied to right and grounded to third. And first base is open. McGee on deck. They will pitch to McCutchen. And I tell you, they may get him out, but I don't get it.
I don't think so. You're going to see too much to hit.
Why even throw anything to him? Just put up 4 wide ones. Ball 1.
Is that Doug Brocail in the background with Brad Mills. Pitching coach for the Astros and back of his manager.
See if Keuchel can make a mistake and make McCutchen pay. Oh, he throws a strike in there. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Two-one offering now coming up to McCutchen, who has flied to right and grounded to third. At or near the top in about every category. He's batting .406 with men in scoring position. That's the top mark in the league. And 3-1. And now they'll finish off an intentional walk. Two on for Casey McGee.
And before he steps in, just a thank you to Steve Luciano, Aramark general manager. Some gyros back there, some
we got it all here.
Remarkably good food in this ballpark. And so that's in the back room. And, we can't get it down to the truck.
We'd like the trailer asking for some of the food. Sherry, will you share?
Well, I saw them down at the lunchroom. They really had a nice lunch today. I don't think they need that. So, Chickies and Pete's and Papa Duke's gyros. We got all and cakes. And
Steve, thanks so much from Aramark and all the folks that work at Aramark.
Yeah, and too bad in the truck.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think you'd share on the 4th of July.
Yep. Nice to hear from those guys though down there.
2-1 count. They're getting ready for, as Steve said, fireworks tonight. All the goings on. Got it this week. One ball, one strike. Last year we had that great summer through the 4th of July, through the All-Star break. About the end of July is when things kind of fell apart, but it was such a great summer. Starting to feel the momentum build again.
Casey at the bat wanted that one.
1-2.
Paid the price off the foot. Ouch. Casey's going to find somebody that's going to feel bad for him and give him an extra half minute or so, but no sympathy to be found. Get that barking puppy back in that batter's box.
1-2 the count on McGee with one away. Pirates lead by 1. Facing this rookie, Dallas Keuchel. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. While we have a moment, Jason Steele, our associate producer, works most of our games here on Root Sports. He is watching this one in Germany with his wife Sophie and son Logan. So happy 4th of July to Jason Steele and family. Steeltown.
Yep, Uncle says hello.
Strike 3 called on McGee.
Well, not a good ending for this at bat that had potential for Casey McGee. On the knee, just missing the outside corner. There's the one off the foot. Missing again, and then picks up the outside corner. Kind of a backdoor breaking ball. It just starts outside. curves in, picks up the outside corner. Very effective pitch.
So far, he's held it together.
He has.
Hasn't gotten away from him.
Yep.
Oh, look out. Sudden, Garrett Jones feasting on any type of pitching. Doubled to the center fielder in the second and ripped a single to right field his last time up. He has 7 hits in 11 at bats in the series. One and one on Garrett Jones.
We talk about this young man keeping it together. What, 4 walks, just 2 strikeouts, so the ball's been put in play, but he's still got a ball game.
You mentioned that someone was up loosening in the bullpen. That was just Wandy Rodriguez working between starts. 1-1 pitch. And a pop up. Third base. Moore makes the play. Pirates strand a couple. 5 innings complete here at PNC Park. Bucks lead 4-3.
I'm a boom operator out of the 171st Air Refueling Wing, located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just like to say hi to all my family and friends. Wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
Hi, I'm Major Kenan Piccirillo from the Pennsylvania Air National Guard, currently stationed in Pittsburgh. I'm deployed right now to Southwest Asia, and I just want to give a shout out to my wife Stacy and her grandfather Bill. Go Bucks!
And welcome back to PNC Park, where the Bucks lead it 4-3. We are so lucky in our suite right now to be joined by Master Sergeant David Porter. This time last year, where were you?
I was in Afghanistan talking to you guys.
And you were right smack dab in the middle of it, were you not?
Yes, we were. All of us, yep.
Now, who are these guys with you?
Okay, I got these guys were with the Police Operational Mentor Liaison Team. I got Tech Sergeant Michael Broker, Staff Sergeant Matt Smith. I got my Lieutenant Ty Kegerice, Staff Sergeant Eric Moskal, and Sergeant Aaron Orto.
How good does it feel to be here taking in a Bucko game as opposed to where you were this time last year?
We're so happy to be home. It's a blessing. We can't thank Root Sports and the Pirates enough for giving us this opportunity. Come here and watch the game today.
It is our honor to have you here, and we are so excited. Oh, and we do have you guys from Afghanistan last year. Let's take a look and a listen at that. That's amazing. That's rooting on the Penguins now. How do you feel about this Pirate team right now?
Oh, man. Where they're at right now, yeah, exactly. First place, I mean, come on. This is awesome. I mean, and to be here right in the middle of all of it, we can't say enough. Loss of words. So.
Well, we can't say enough to thank you. God bless you, and thank you for being here. It's our honor to have you as our guest today.
If I could say one more thing before I go, God bless our troops in Afghanistan and Iraq right now. US 4 Alpha, our Air Force brethren, our Army brethren, Marine Corps, Navy. Appreciate that. God bless you guys. Come home safe to us.
David, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Great stuff,
That's
Paul. Thank you.
That is goosebumps.
Master Sergeant David Porter.
A year later to catch up with those guys and have them here.
And still remembering the troops.
They're brethren. They are brothers.
Scott Moore at the plate. Carlos Lee led off with a ground out. It would be awfully nice if Correa can put up a spotless 6th inning. And he, like the rookie lefty, has had to work hard, and he has kept it together.
He has been better than I thought, looking at the numbers. 76 pitches. Getting it done.
2-2 on Scott Moore. And up the middle. Moore's 2nd hit today and 4th hit of the series. Hit up the middle by Scott Moore, and it brings up Jason Castro. Gives it a sacrifice fly and lined out to center. Castro's hit the ball well a couple of times.
Correa scheduled to bat 4th, bottom half of the innings. We'll see how that plays out with the bullpen working.
Ball 1.
Clint Hurdle has been pushing a lot of the right buttons lately, hasn't he?
Sure has. Seems to have a knack of knowing when to lift a starter, which reliever to bring in. Of course, that bullpen has been so good. It's almost like anybody who chooses is going to get the job done. Runner goes from first, bounce to the right side, so they avoid the double play, but get a very important 2nd out with the Pirates.
You know, Greg, it's the same way it's been for 100 years. When the ball club is playing good, they drag everybody along. You know, everybody's job seems to be better, and everybody's feeling better about things. No matter what you do in the organization, they play good and kind of lifts the whole thing. The tail that does wag the dog, as they say.
Here's the birthday boy, Jared Hughes, along with Tony Watson. A.J. Burnett didn't have a very good start last night, but boy, he sure was a part of the celebration.
You talk about that bullpen. I don't think they got enough credit last night, because when Hanrahan blows a save, I mean, it's going to happen, but when it happens, it kind of takes away from what has happened. I mean, Burnett went 5 innings. The bullpen put up 3 zeros after that and got the ball club to the 9th inning, and Joel came within 1 pitch of finishing off 4 scoreless innings. So that blemish takes away a little bit from the great work they did again last night.
One 0 count on J.D. Martinez. 2-0 count. Bogusevic on deck. Martinez has singled and bounced to short. Correa, the way things are going with double barrel action in that bullpen, probably has to get Martinez, even though he's thrown only 81 pitches. Hurdle does not want to let this one slip away. And popped up. Perfect timing. McGee squeezes it. Well, Correa has gone 6, given up the 3 runs, and leads it 4-3.
around that'll, put their, themselves in harm's way for us. So it means a lot to be out, and people say it's America's pastime, and we get to hopefully make some of those people happy that are overseas watching the games and saying, yeah, that's what I love. So I think it's special.
Michael McHenry, again, speaking for a lot of us, and so glad that so many troops can be watching baseball on this day. We've already talked to some of them in Southwest Asia and Afghanistan, watching their Pirates. Ball is hit fair and picked by Carlos Lee. Nicely done by Lee. One pitch, one out. Alvarez is retired. Michael McHenry took in a little bit of history when the Pirates were in Baltimore at Fort McHenry. Raised the flag that day. Quite an honor for Michael McHenry. Michael McHenry, name spelled M-C-K-E-N-R-Y, and Fort McHenry, M-C-H-E-N-R-Y, but still the nickname The Fort has stuck from late last summer.
He's become a very popular Pirate, Michael McHenry.
Why not? The way he's been performing, especially the past week and a half. Not just the great defense, but the offense he's provided.
Goes downstairs to get this one. Yet to be retired. Well, got a perfect day. Sacrifice RBI and a double single. Good production from the Pirate catcher this afternoon.
Hit number 6 for the Bucks, 2 for McHenry, 1 away, and Barmas has one of the hits and an RBI.
2 balls well hit. The ball hit by Alvarez, picked nicely by Lee, as you said, and this ball hit hard by Michael.
Eric Fryer comes out on deck to bat for Correa. Another pitch in the dirt.
And another breaking ball.
There goes the runner, got an unbelievable jump, and it's fouled out of play. McHenry took off. Could have coasted into second.
Timed it perfectly.
On at first with 1 away, Barmas, a count of 1-1. Showing bunt. Takes ball 2. Fernando Rodriguez loosens in the bullpen now for Baltimore, and Brad Lincoln joins, for Houston that is, and Brad Lincoln joins Jared Hughes in the Pirates pen.
Another one of these tight games where you're looking down the road, thinking about 9 outs. Sometimes they're hard to come by.
3-1. Keuchel, his 4th major league start, has thrown down 94 pitches.
He will be departing after this inning if he is able to complete it.
Pirates trying to make certain he does not. A 3-1 count on Barmas. Chased maybe out of the zone. 3-2.
Last minute decision to turn that swing loose. Probably so happy to see a fastball for a change. Take a late decision to turn it loose. kind of getting the hands through, not much else.
Something that Barmas has done better lately, cut down on that chase rate. Chasing out of the zone. And a fly ball to center. Catch made by Bogusevic for the second out.
Got a lot of it, didn't quite get enough of it. Maybe a different part of the ballpark, had a different result.
With 2 outs, Clint Hurdle will call on Eric Fryer, who popped out as a pinch hitter last night, first at bat since his promotion about a couple weeks ago. Busy concession stand. Any city beverage. Busy ballpark, even on the rotunda. On the 4th of July. Game 3 of the 4-game series. Pirates finish this series tomorrow night. 7:05. And then the Giants in for 3 before the All-Star break.
And they got thumped again in Washington, D.C. on this 4th of July. There's 9-4 down to the Nationals.
Eric Fryer. Eric Fryer had 26 at-bats for the Pirates last year. 7 out of 26. Spent part of the year at AA Altoona. And part of the year at AAA Indianapolis. Called up just in case because Rod Barajas was hurt in Philadelphia, that left knee bruise. Barajas figures to be back behind the dish tomorrow night. They're bringing him back slowly. There's a liner to right field for Eric Fryer on a 2-0 pitch. Eric Fryer collects his 8th major league hit.
Gets you back up to the top of the batting order. See a little 2-out magic here. Doing what you do with a pitch out away from you, send it the other way.
Columbus, Ohio's Eric Fryer with a base hit to right field, putting 2 aboard. And they have now Dallas Keuchel on the ropes. Kevin Correa in line to get the W. And here comes Brad Mills to make a change. Drew Sutton, the switch hitter, will face a new pitcher. Fernando Rodriguez coming on. Pirates look to add on, leading by 1. Two aboard, looking for more AGH Sports Medicine injury update. Go back to last night, and Alex Presley on a base hit by Jed Lowry. Clint Hurdle explained it was more whiplash than anything else. He didn't hit his head hard on the ground.
See the body going down and then the head whipping back, the impact.
So Presley stayed in the game for a while, but then said wasn't feeling with it. So he was pulled from the game and not able to start today. Here is Fernando Rodriguez.
Saw him last night, gave up a couple runs. He's given up 5 home runs. Overall numbers, his right-hander. As Keiko goes 5 2/3, he's given up 4 runs to this point on 7 hits, 4 walks, a couple of strikeouts. He is on the hook and responsible for 2 more base runners. I'd like to get a little breathing room here. It is a warm day for the players. It's a warm day for the fans, but they are out in numbers that are going to add up to over 30,000. Great turnout on the 4th of July.
Sutton bats from the left side, and just as he was about to see the pitch, the organ started. Timeout called. And a strike on Sutton. 1 for 3 in this one. Last night, 3 out of 5. His 3rd hit, the game-winning home run. First career walk-off homer. It was his 4th major league home run. Came to the big leagues in 2009 with the Reds. Oh, 1 pitch. Now 0-2. 15th round pick by these Houston Astros in 2004. The Astros traded him to Cincinnati for Jeff Keppinger for the 2009 campaign. Grounded weakly toward the left side. And here, the throw was obviously in time to get him. Carlos Lee able to keep a toe on the bag for the final out. 4-3, Pirates lead. And we hope you're enjoying your holiday. Certainly enjoying this 4th of July at the ballpark. Pirates are up by 1.
And wouldn't it be so appropriate to have a pitcher by the name of Lincoln to come in as we take a look at Gorkas Hernandez first, replacing Sutton in left field. But Brad Lincoln coming out to work, and he has been spectacular out of the Pirate bullpen. The starts have not gone the way he would have liked them to go, but out of the pen, he's been very, very good, and he's got a skinny lead to protect.
Bogusevic leads things off. Lincoln as a reliever, 0.38 ERA. That's second in the majors. Scott Downs of the Angels has an 0.32 earned run average. Ball bunted, rolled foul. Bogusevic singled in the second, walked and scored in the 5th. Correa goes 6. Gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, in line to win it. Once again, that Pirate bullpen called upon in this case to get the last 9 outs.
More with the Astros, and the Giants come into town, and the Astros head home to host the Milwaukee Brewers. Action before the break.
A couple of hits and 7 at bats in the series for Bogusevic. One and 2 to the former Tulane pitcher. First round pick 7 years ago. Fouled off to the left, out of play. Brad Lincoln went 3 shutout innings Friday night in St. Louis. Allowed 1 hit. Came on in relief of Correa. Broken bat pop up, and that's going to be caught nicely by the ball girl down the line. Good work.
Pretty good jump on the ball.
All right, HEH cam with it. Look at that.
No, yeah.
Well, you're not.
The style points aren't real good.
Getting the job done, though, isn't that what it's all about?
That's what it's all about, yep. And then getting the ball into a youngster's hands. Yep. Taking a baseball home from a Major League Park on the 4th of July. Go home and get some apple pie.
Stays a ball and 2 strikes on Bogusevic. With Chris Johnson on deck. Message for Uncle Matt. A liner toward the gap in left center field.
Thoughts about second base, but nope, they'll take the single.
Well, we invite you to use your Giant Eagle Advantage card every Sunday home game and get a great discount. Save up to $10 off tickets to any Sunday home game this season just by showing your Giant Eagle Advantage card at the PNC Park ticket windows, or go to pirates.com/advantage.
I had an idea we'd see him eventually. Chris Johnson coming up to pinch hit.
Well, it figures to be a bunting situation. Johnson has hit into more double plays than anybody on the team. Bothered by that sore back. Pirates going to try to find out if he is bunting. Although on the other hand, you figure
he doesn't do too much bunt,
would Brad Mills waste Johnson here? have him bunt?
I don't think so. I don't think he does much bunting anytime.
He's hit into 11 double plays. Brad Mills goes to Chris Johnson here in the 7th.
He's got to figure, he's thinking that the Pirate bullpen gets tougher and tougher as it goes down the line. Take your shot now. See what you can do with a guy that can hit the ball over the fence.
6 homers, 34 RBIs. 1-0 count. Seven RBIs over his last 8 games. This is the fastball, 1-1. Brad Lincoln, the Houston native, facing his hometown team.
And Chris Johnson can hit the ball over the fence, but he can hit into double plays and he can strike out his share and some.
Bogusevic, 8 stolen bases in 11 tries. A ball to strike on the pinch hitter, Chris Johnson. The Astros have lost 6 in a row.
And we talk about this stolen base situation for the Pirates day in, day out. But when the other team is down 1 run, you got to think about it even a little bit more. And that's what the Pirates are doing. Kind of shrug it off a good bit of the time, but it's a run deal deep into the ball game. You'd rather not give them up. Kind of a modest lead, very modest lead.
One and two, the breaking ball, and Johnson comes up empty. Brad Lincoln, who was forced into the starter's role. Karstens was down. Now back as the reliever. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and McHenry blocks it, keeps it close enough. Bogusevic holds his ground at first.
We look to first base. Michael McHenry is going to get some most valuable player votes in this ballgame, not just for his hitting.
Big pitch here now, 2-2 on Chris Johnson, with no one out and a 4-3 Pirate lead in the 7th. Struck him out, looking.
Locked him up, looking for the fastball, didn't get it. Big out for the Bucks and Brad Lincoln. And that inside backdoor curveball that starts in toward the batter and ducks in and picks up the inside corner.
A look on the AGH cam. And now it's Lincoln against Brian Bixler. Check swing, strike, snap throw to first. And the runner back.
It's a funny looking breaking ball to a right hand batter that starts inside toward the body. As you take a look at the replay of the pickoff, that's a perfect backdoor slide if you've got a left hand batter that ducks in over the outside corner. But the right hand batter, every once in a while, they're not looking for a breaking ball in there. Most of the breaking balls right hand batters are looking for from right hand pitchers are out away. It's a dangerous area. Sometimes you just surprise them in there.
Popped it up on the infield. Shortstop Barmes for the second out. Lincoln gave up the leadoff hit to Bogusevic. Struck out the pinch hitter Chris Johnson looking, and Bixler pops out, and now the all-star for the Astros, Jose Altuve. Altuve RBI ground out in the 5th inning. He's 1 out of 10 in the series.
Hovering around that 300 batting average. Hovering.
And again, Bogusevic back. Bogusevic starting in right field, moved to center. They lifted Jordan Schaefer. No word as to whether Schaefer got hurt in this ball game. And since we haven't gotten word, we assume he wasn't lifted because of an injury.
Yeah. Kind of get that feel with him leaving the game.
Runner goes. Taken for a strike. Throw, and not in time. Stolen base for Bogusevic.
You had to figure they've got nothing to lose. They'll try to get something going to at least tie the game. Lots of steps before the ball was released, even though he didn't have a great lead.
Boy, very close play. Walker thought maybe they got him despite a high tag. Walker applying that tag up around the shoulder. He almost got him. Altuve now a count of 1 ball and 1 strike.
High tag. That foot well ahead. Again, we've talked so many times, tough call for an umpire to see where both the foot is and the tag is at the same time. Foot going in, foot going in. I think he's safe. And more importantly, Greg Gibson decided he was safe.
It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Altuve. And a strike call.
Mark Henry going down almost on one knee like a champion golfer would be after missing an agonizingly close putt. That close.
Stolen base now means a base hit can tie this game. As Brad Lincoln goes after Jose Altuve. And a shot, diving stop, Walker at least for now saves a run. Infield hit for Altuve.
Big time play.
Pirates still leading by 1 thanks to Neil Walker's stop.
Big time play. Big time play. You don't usually associate big time plays when the other team gets a hit, but that's a big time play, even though they got the hit. Saves the run, saves the lead. Here comes Ray Surge.
Walker looked to first. The diving stop, and Altuve figured he had the RBI single.
Tough luck, Jose. Just tough luck.
Little Jose Altuve, 5'5". Robbed by Neil Walker. Robbed of the ribby. So the Pirates still lead by 1. Let's hope that's a huge play as Jed Lowry comes to the plate. Neil Walker's perhaps game-saving stop here in the 7th inning with 2 outs. Lowry has flied out, walked, and lined out to right.
It's a dangerous situation. Arguably the most dangerous batter in their lineup right now these days, along with Carlos Lee. This guy's at or near the top of that danger list.
He's had some solid at-bats the first 3 games of this series.
A grinding 7th inning, top of the 7th.
On deck, Scott Downs. It's interesting.
Carlos Lee's spot.
Yeah. Carlos Lee had been the center of trade rumors for a while and turned down a deal to Los Angeles over the weekend.
Whenever you speculate about deals possibly pending and a player involved in those rumors leaves, you wonder sometimes, because if trades are made, they'll get him out of the lineup.
Happened recently with Kevin Youkilis when he left the Red Sox to go to Chicago and the White Sox. But first things first, strike is called. 2-1 on Jed Lowry. Although, I mean, that is important in this situation because Carlos Lee, I don't care what his batting average is, he's a dangerous hitter and RBI man, and Matt Downs has been struggling. So even though first base isn't open, you can, if you're Lincoln, be a bit careful. Steve said this might be the most dangerous hitter in their lineup right now. Runner goes from first, and Pirates will pay no attention to him. Strike is called. It's 2-2. Stolen base uncontested. We're now a base hit. Brings home 2 and gives Houston a lead. All kinds of things going on right now. Altuve's 13th stolen base this season. Here's Carlos Lee. 2-2, 2 outs. 2 on. Bucks up by 1 in the 7th inning. Here we go. Ground ball weakly hit to first. McGee keeps it himself. Lincoln works out of trouble. And special recognition of the military, USAA now presents the singing of God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you now to stand and join the Pirates and Major League Baseball as we remember the lives lost on September 11th, 2001, while offering support to our troops here and abroad. Here to lead us with God Bless America is Mike Luft.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. We invite you now to stand, follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie, and join everyone watching.
back here. The Pirates lead by 1 run. David Carpenter, Morgantown native, WVU product, facing Neil Walker. Line drive to right field for Walker. Step right up and collect your first hit of the day, and that extends his hitting streak to 8 straight games.
Let's get some breathing room here. Downstairs, turns it back around. We got action. Not only got action from Neil Walker, got a lot of action for the Astros defensively. Let's see if we got it right. Moore moves from third to right. Is that right? Johnson takes over at third. Bixler comes in from right to play shortstop. Downs takes over at first base.
I think you got it, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Just
let's listen to this again. What a great sound. The MVP chants had started. Ball 1 on McCutchen. So here it is, Steve.
Downs at
first.
Got
it right.
We're okay there. 1 for 1. Johnson stays in the game to play third. That's where Moore was. Moore's not there anymore. Johnson's there.
No more Moore. Out of play.
Continue on. Bixler comes in from right to short. Andrew McCutchen stays in the batter's box.
Well, who knows what's going on in terms of, Schaefer left apparently early because Brad Mills maybe wasn't happy with the play. Carlos Lee leaves for an undisclosed reason. That Lowry's out of the game. There's a line drive left field. Another rocket by McCutchen. First and second.
All right, Andrew McCutchen. Pitch by pitch. Breaking ball out away. Fastball just missing. And took another breaking ball inside. You pay the price. When you miss your spot with Andrew right now, you pay the price. He breaks out of his slump. Nice to see Andrew swinging the bat well again.
Casey McGee, not much of a bunter. Ball 1.
And absolutely no body language suggesting that. Nor do the Astros think he's going to be bunting.
McGee singled to right field off David Carpenter on Monday night. One ball, one strike. Fly ball to left. Long run for Martinez, but plenty of time to get under it. One away. Walker holds at second. Touching on it first. And batter Garrett Jones. Lefty has been up in the bullpen. Fernando Abad, and Brad Mills is going to go to him, with Jones and Alvarez due up. So Abad's job for the Astros is to get Jones and Alvarez. The Pirates look to extend their lead, currently up by 1. GH Cam provides us with some beautiful shots on a beautiful day in the Berg. 4th of July, and they're revving it up again as Brad Mills goes to his bullpen. Oh, what a great shot that is, huh?
Indeed.
That's what it's all about.
Indeed.
Part of the sellout crowd of 36,827, 7th sellout of the year.
And Garrett Jones going against another left-hander, and Fernando has not been doing a bad job this year.
Boy.
His numbers.
Ball 1.
Perfect matchup for Jones, isn't it, against the left-hander?
The way he rips lefties. Well, it was Abad who was facing Garrett Jones on Monday night. Jones hit that slow roller up the third baseline for his first hit against a lefty this season. And not a lot of opportunities, as we pointed out earlier, but his first hit since August of last year against the Cardinals, Mark Szepczynski. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. A young man leading the cheer that we heard the other night. Arg like a pirate. A section down below responded. They're having some fun here in this ballpark. Hope you'll think about coming out tomorrow night.
36,827 of them.
That's nice. Arg like a pirate. Ground ball off the glove of the first baseman. And Nick Leyva will hold Walker. The new first baseman. Matt Downs can't handle it.
Another look off the glove. Bucks another opportunity. They were not able to add on. They had men on second and third, 1 out before. Got an error up on the board, and there haven't been any previous errors.
Yeah. So bases loaded, 1 out for Pedro Alvarez. Let's go Pedro chance.
Boy, could that get popular real easy.
Yeah.
Let's go Pedro.
Yep. Scooped out of the dirt by Castro. Pedro and the Pirates maybe a swing away from putting this one on ice. Wow, already getting votes for mayor. That wasn't the case in the first portion of the season, but he has won over a lot of constituents, hasn't he?
All the write-in votes.
And up the middle, a base hit for Pedro. McCutchen will score 2. Pedro Alvarez rips it against the lefty. The mayor.
Let's go Pedro. Just as he did last night. Huge base hit. Didn't have to hit it over the fence. Huge add-on. Absolutely huge add-on. Breaking ball. Curveball out of the way. Doesn't try to turn it over too much. Hit the ball back through the middle. Bullet. 2 runs. Let's go Pedro. Hear the reaction.
(6-3). Here's McHenry. Alvarez Now with 48 runs batted in, what a torrid pace he's been on. Racking up the ribbies. Steve, you can start to see what the Pirates had envisioned with McCutchen and Alvarez. Even though Alvarez isn't batting cleanup yet, figures to be before the end of the season. Maybe, who knows, short time after the All-Star break they'll put him back.
This is a swing under control. Take a look at the AGH cam. And those are the slow curves that he's way out in front of. And he still is a good bit of the time, but not all the time now. And not trying to do too much with that slow curveball. Hit it back through the middle. Take what they give you.
A righty-lefty combination in Milwaukee led that team for a number of years. Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder.
And you know, you go back to why they sign a guy like Pedro Alvarez. He's capable of doing these things. Has he done it enough? Probably not to his standards yet, but he is capable of doing that, and you know, we expect to see a lot more of that.
This is the halfway mark today of the baseball season for the Pirates, the regular season. Game number 81 of the 162 game schedule, and again Alvarez now with 48 runs batted in, and McCutchen with 54.
But think of the infrastructure underneath Alvarez and McCutchen now. Guys coming together, getting it back, and building up that bottom half of the offensive machinery.
Abad strikes out McHenry for the second out.
But you think about the guys contributing on. Barajas picking it up, McGee picking it up, Clint Barmas not picking up as he wants to, but Barmas makes a lot of his hits count. I mean,
he's contributing. No doubt.
The bottom part of this, the belly of the offense is coming up. And of course, you have the high-profile guys at the top. That's fine, but you need them all.
Pop up, and go out of play. Casey McGee contributing. Rod Barajas, he and Michael McHenry have combined for what, 13 home runs, which is in the top 5 of the National League among catchers. Two.
And you're starting to see Neil Walker make noise, nudging that batting average up.
Pirates up by 3, 10 more hits. Now to the point now where if they don't score 4 or more, collect 10 or more hits, you're disappointed.
Yeah, you're starting to fool around with 7 runs a game, 6 runs a game, 7 runs a game. You better win most of them. Darn near all of them.
Pirates team that scratched and clawed for a run or 2 and a handful of hits every game, it seemed, in April and May. And now it's kind of what the scoreboard looks like just about every day and every night for the Bucks. Led by that man. Down on strikes goes Clint Barmas, but the Pirates add to the lead. The 2-run single for Pedro Alvarez. 6-3 Pittsburgh.
Giving a shout out from Southwest Asia. I'd like to say hi to my friends and family back home, and go Bucks.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Greg Perez from the Pennsylvania Air National Guard's 171st Air Refueling Wing, located at Pittsburgh International Airport. I'd like to say hello to my wife Lori and my children Jack, Grace, and Henry, and my in-laws Don and Emerson. Go Buccos, and happy 4th of July, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to PNC Park, where the Pirates lead the Astros 6-3. We're with Monica Orlock. She is with Operation Troop Appreciation. First of all, what is Operation Troop Appreciation?
OTA is a 100% volunteer nonprofit that grants wishes to deployed members of our military anywhere in the world where they might be serving our country.
And you guys recently came through in a big way. What happened and what did you do?
I mean, we do this every day, but, you know, right now, the summer offensive in Afghanistan is at full throttle. Taliban's out, our guys are in danger, and one of our major forward operating bases, FOB Salerno, was attacked and suffered major damage. They lost their dining facility, their military exchange store, and a lot of the barracks were actually destroyed or damaged. And that affected the troops that still have to go out and fight, because that's where they eat and that's where they get their toothpaste and toothbrushes and where they sleep. So OTA was able to provide within 2 weeks of the attack over 800 pounds of healthy food, powdered Gatorade and Propel to keep them healthy and hydrated, as well as all of the personal care and hygiene items. But, you know, it comes at a cost. You know, as a volunteer nonprofit, it costs a lot of money to send that stuff and to buy that stuff. So it's definitely affected our bank account.
Well, obviously, as a nonprofit, you need help. How can people help?
People can help by going to our website. It's operationtroopappreciation.org. You can make an online donation securely through PayPal through the website, or we have our P.O. Box address on our Donate Now button. They can just send a check to our post office box. And we certainly appreciate the help, because there's nothing better than celebrating your freedom with a bunch of men and women who've served.
Monica, what a pleasure. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Back to you, gentlemen. A little more baseball to get through.
All right, Paul, thanks so much. And to Monica for all you do. Man, that's
how good is
what
that?
A great cause.
Monica, that's a championship program, project, however you want to describe it. So many things needed that you don't even think about half the time. And that gets a lot of good things done. Wonderful.
Operation Troop Appreciation.org. As Jason Grilli makes his 300th career appearance, gets the first out. Downs pops up to third. Carlos Lee lifted from this game.
And no announcement referring to that.
A lot of men and women on hand here. Several thousand guests of the Pirates. Armed Forces. Scott Moore swings and misses. He's 2 for 3.
And the gentleman we heard from coming out of the break, more air refueling. Tricky business. Takes some talent to make all that happen.
Pop up toward left. Gorkis Hernandez can really fly. Look at him go. Oh, man. He can run it down.
That is a really pretty looking play. It's up in the air a long time, and you just see speed outrun the baseball coming into a kind of a tricky area. Right at the corner where the stands come out. That ball's going to go up in the air. It's slicing over into foul territory. And there's no hesitation. If he hesitates one step, he doesn't get there.
That is a beautiful play.
Going into the slide. Yep.
Jason Grilli appreciating the play by Gorkis Hernandez for the second out. That previous shot we saw from behind home, you saw where he started out and where he made the catch. Jason Castro, ball one. Look where he starts here.
There you can see it. He's not straight away. He's shaded over a little bit to left center field. Full throttle. That's fun to watch.
Ball and a strike on Castro.
Yeah, Manny Lopez will forgive the divot down in foul territory down there.
On the track there?
Yeah, he didn't replace the turf, but looks like he jumped into a sand trap and made the play. Going to have to rake that later.
It's a long slide, isn't it?
It is.
From our vantage point, you can see where it started. The skid. Going into that figure 4 slide.
Okay. By the way, that will be all fixed up for tomorrow night. That'll be just perfect.
There. Arrgh. Everybody's getting into the act. Arrgh. All the kids, I mean, especially the young kids, all over the ballpark, all over town. There you go. Some grilled cheese for Jason Castro's skillet.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin Mattress Stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
That shot heading into the clubhouse, huh? What an image. Drew Sutton after the walk-off last night.
Welcome home.
Ron Cruz, Jason Grilli there to meet him. Pirates up 6-3. Trying to hand the Astros their 7th straight loss. Win another series as Gorkis Hernandez takes ball 1. Hernandez last night 0 for 3. His second stint with the Pirates. 2-0 count. Pirates, Steve, are 8 games over 500 for the first time since 1992. And now 3 outs away from going 9 games over 500 on the 4th of July.
We've been writing quite a story. A little over a month.
Josh Harrison out on deck. The bat for Grilli. You know, a closer, when he blows a save, leaves a bad taste in his mouth, even if he ends up getting a W, which Joe Hanrahan did. His 3 blown saves, but still gets a win. But what they want more than anything else to get right back out there, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. I don't like that feel. Don't like that feel. when you see a closer that is getting wins, many times that'll lend you to take a look at the blown saves, because that's what has to happen for him to get the win.
He'd prefer that not be the case, the blown save, but if he's going to suffer blown saves, then his team gets a W in these cases against Houston last night, Cincinnati, and Washington. Marcus Hernandez drives one toward the gap in left center, but that's going to be caught by Martinez. Nissan presents the road ahead. What the Buccos have going on here. Now tomorrow night the Astros in town, including this 4-game series, and the Giants will end the homestand before the All-Star break and begin the second half of the year in Milwaukee, and then on to Denver before returning home to take on the Marlins for a weekend series starting Friday night the 20th. Everybody's doing the Zoltan Z. Toward right. 2 outs. Harrison pinch hitting for Grilly. Bod gets the first 2 outs and now faces Neil Walker. Walker extending his hitting streak to 8 straight games with a base hit last inning.
You know, and it's great to see the Z thing take off, but it's taken off because they're playing good.
Absolutely, of course, yeah.
It drives it, and that's what makes it fun for everybody.
No doubt. You and your teammates had something back in the late 60s, was it?
The Black Maxers. Yeah, we went to see a movie about fighter planes in the First World War between Germany and Great Britain.
You guys even dressed the part for a while.
Oh, yeah. We had a lot of fun. We got scolded for it. We had the wrong idea, but we had a lot of fun. We gave out awards when guys had awful days. If we went 0 for 5, well, here's a 5 bag of hang in theirs. Made an error. Well, can't do it every day.
Winning is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Winning is fun.
And I don't know how much fun you should have if you don't win. But they're winning now, and that's what makes it great. It starts off as a diversion, something to almost kill time sometimes. Amuse yourself, because there's a lot of downtime. And so and if you're playing well, it catches on.
World Series suite has some newspaper clippings framed. Steve Blass and that 71 World Series team. Boy, did they have fun. Well, Manny Sanguillen was in the clubhouse before the game today, walking around saying hello to everybody and saying how much fun he's having watching it.
Yep. You want it to be their time. We had our time. It was fun. It was great. And it's there. It's where it is. This is their time. It's fun watching it. And it's fun watching them have this and watching them play well and watching them at the top of the standings.
Mm-hmm.
But then, a lot of their personalities come out when they're winning, too. They're having fun. They're kind of, every once in a while you see that little kid in them. And that's kind of fun. That humanizes it, personalizes it.
J-Mac and Rod Barajas talk hitting. Pirates will have a half-game lead for the time being. Tonight the Dodgers host the Reds. Mike Leake for Cincy against Aaron Harang. And it's hammer time again. This time looking for the save and shutting him down.
to be able to go out there and entertain the fans, to play a kids game. Those days you get to wear the the stars and stripes on your hat. Usually a sellout day game. Everybody has a great time on those days.
Someone had a great time on this day. You see the HH cam. Hanrahan makes his way in, and some raindrops.
Greg, while we have a moment too, how about a shout out to Tanner Lang, our buddy Mike Lang's son, who went in the Navy and really gives those years spent serving in the Navy as being very important to his becoming a man, and I'm sure a lot of young men and women can say the same thing. Tanner Lang, and his dad, a good friend, and Tanner has done well.
Mike's a proud papa.
Yep, and should be.
Joel Hanrahan trying to get the save now as he faces J.D. Martinez, and it's ball one. Last night, Hanrahan was a strike away from earning the save. Jason Castro delivered a pinch hit RBI double. Allowed Jed Lowry to score. Lowry had walked. That ball hit well to left. And it's going to be gone to make it a 6-4 game. J.D. Martinez hammers his 11th home run of the season well over the left field wall.
They want the ball thrown back and they get their wish. Nice to have a cushion. Down and in, up and out. Hit a pretty good pitch, and he hit it a long way.
5th home run allowed by Hanrahan this season. Now Bogusevic fouls this one out of play. On base 3 times.
There's a little heat going on inside Joel Hanrahan right now. That one 95, 96 miles an hour. Even the speed on the slider is up a click or two.
Right side diving stop, Walker. Great play by Neil Walker.
Couldn't have come at a better time. Full extension. Neil has gone both ways on his belly to make big plays. That one right there, and then the ground ball up the middle earlier that Altuve hit that saved a run. Flat out. Big out.
Great diving stop by Walker. Hanrahan gets the first out. Now Chris Johnson. Yeah, we should not forget that play. It can get lost in a now 6-4 ball game. But Walker, the play he made on Altuve, saved a run, and the next batter grounded out against Brad Lincoln. It was a 1-run game at the time.
That's a glove save.
To McCutchen in right center.
Oh, and that glove hand goes up. It's a catch for sure.
Well, Hanrahan once again looks for his 21st save, and out away from getting that. Santiago Casilla of the Giants has 21. Craig Kimbrell of the Braves has 23 to lead the league. And 36,827 on their feet, rooting on their buccos in a magical summer of 2012.
Let's put a lid on it.
Brian Bixler at the plate, 1 for 2.
Lock it up. Lock it up.
to third. Raise the Jolly Roger again. The Bucks stay hot. The first place Pittsburgh Pirates down the Stros for the third straight game.
Yep. Put on a nice show for another full house here at PNC Park. Get to see the Astros one more time tomorrow night, and then the Giants. Come on. Take a look at this ball club. Hey, look me over. The Buccos with another W.
6-4 Pirates down the Houston Astros. Once again, loads to talk about. We'll do that now with Rob King and Kent Tekulve.